Well, welcome viewers. Here we are once again. It's Mondays with Barry. And how are you today, Barry?
I'm not too bad. Very cold day today, Colin. Nice and wet and cold, and winter's back over. An early winter.
Very early winter. Now, what is this you've got here?
Well, I just sort of remind the punters out there they could play the game. It was when I was up in Rapania in 1966, I think it was, playing against Horsham. That used to be on the front part of the World of Sports of a Sunday, so I thought I'd better get that up and just give them a refresh their brains. That's me there, of course, and this other fellow couldn't catch me.
What's his name?
It's Wayne Farr, played for Horsham.
Okay.
Too good for him, son. Too good.
Gotcha.
That was the headline, but it didn't get me at all.
Okay.
Good that.
So it's a bit of a misleading headline. Yeah. Now, we travelled this week down to Mornington, so you had to get in your little old car.
Yeah, not my old car, it's a
Your
nice little car.
nice little car, and you drove down all the way down to Mornington on Saturday, 2:15. And was it a disappointment?
It was a very good game and a very good day for football, and the ground was in perfect nick. Big crowd, and Chelsea, after the big loss last week, they fronted up, and as usual, Chapel got them back in business, and they started off very well in the first half. And
any changes, or what was the weather conditions?
the weather condition was perfect. I don't think there's any...
He wasn't out. You know who was out?
Well, Harrison was there. Oh, there were some changes here, because I predicted the change. There was Nanopop was come in.
Yep. Dean Kelly out.
Dean Kelly was out somewhere. I don't know where he was, but he's out.
We predicted
Anderson,
that one.
Orlando come back in, and who else come in?
We'll
go to that later, but Nana and Ando was the main ones.
So Dean Kelly, we predicted that. He hasn't sort of been...
no, he hasn't fired up.
Hasn't touched the ball. Maybe he needs a bit of a spell in the seconds to get the...
he needs more than that, I think.
Get the oil and the grease going. Now, the
Second
first quarter, Mornington...
Oh, Jason Clark come in.
Jason Clark, there we go.
Well.
First quarter, Mornington 3 goals 1 to 19, and Chelsea 6 goals 2 to 38.
Yeah, they started off very well this week. They got the jump on Mornington pretty early, kicked the first 3 goals, and they were all firing. The DeLucas started in the ruck, and he was taken over the game as soon as they started. Lewis, Sammy Carpenter, Michael Salem, he has moved up, that fella. He's going to be extra special, that fella. They just took over and finished up kicking the last 3 goals, kicked 6 goals to 3, and it was a very good opening.
So half-time score, Mornington 4 goals to 26. Chelsea kicked out to a nice lead, 13 goals, 381.
So they kicked 7 goals that quarter, and because Dame, I didn't mention earlier, but he's kicked 4 in the first quarter. Started up, that fella is a classy act. He kicked number 4 in the second quarter, he kicked 8 goals straight at half time. But Sammy Carpenter, Louis, and Michael Salem, and Nizer,
Dean Gentle?
Gentle was holding the back line. It was Carly was playing alright too, and I think it was on the half-back line, but...
Did they make the change, Rory Gregg?
Rory Gregg's done a fair job on Saturday.
Was he in the back line?
Full back, and he just looked a bit uncomfortable going to the ball sometimes, but after half-time, he done a few good things, Rory. He just needs a little bit of confidence, to build his confidence up, and he might be right because he took a couple of nice marks. It was a pretty good first half all round for Chelsea, and it was a very good team effort. There wasn't too many passions at all on Saturday, Colin, and Biaggi was a bit quiet, but he came good in the second half, but it was a good all-round team performance in the first half.
Okay, so we get to the third quarter. Mornington 7 goals 547 to Chelsea's 19 goals 6-120.
Well, it just kept going and just kept rolling. DeLuca, he was just about winning nearly every ruck duel, and I'll tell you what, Colin, he was... The ball would go down the ground, it'd get on the ground, he'd get the ball, and it was handball, it was just like a little rover. He must have had at least 15 or 20 possessions, not including the knockouts. I reckon he had about 30 knockouts all day, but he's an amazing athlete, that fella. I mean, from last week against Mr. Eames, which I thought he held his own, he's a very versatile ruckman, and he's very good to watch.
Good plus.
Yeah.
Good plus. So the final score, Mornington 9 goals 559 to Chelsea 23 goals 14 152.
Very good win, nearly 15 goals win. I thought they'd win by about 12. I predicted about 12 last week. I wasn't that far out, but look, Mornington is probably one of the worst sides I've seen Mornington had since I've been following the competition. They're not. I know Chelsea won easy, but and the way they won was just they should have won by another 4 or 5 goals because even Damon kicked about 4 points in the last quarter. Finished up with 10, of course.
Yeah, there's a big. They kicked 8 points in the last quarter.
They kicked 1-8, 1-7, 1-8, 19-5 at 3/4 time. I think it was.
So 4 goals, 8 in the last quarter.
Yeah, but they won 6 in the last quarter. I think Damon might have kicked another 2 or 3 points, but then they got Louis kicked an inspiring goal in the last quarter too. A good captain's goal, topped off a good game. But it was very good. But getting back to Mornington, they're not good at all. I have about 2 or 3 good players. You could sort of number 7, number 11, or number 15, but that's the worst I've seen Mornington for years.
So, Barry, who were the goal kickers?
Goal kickers. Damon for 10 amazing goals. Chrissy Warner played all right. She kicked 3 good goals, took some nice marks. Nigel, I got him kicking 2, but I see your paper's got 3, but I'll just total mine up in a minute. There's for 10, 13, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, what are they, 23? Well, they might be right for change. So I'll start again. Damon kicked 10.
Yep.
Warner 3, Nigel 3, Danny Moore played all right too.
Yep.
2 goals. Salem,
Clark,
Carmody, Sam Carpenter, 1 each.
Yeah, and Lewis.
Oh, Lewis, yeah, that's right. That makes up your. I think I might have been right because I didn't have it. Hang on. 10, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 20. What's the final?
23 goals.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, there we go.
Sorry about that, Mr. Paper, Mr. Leader.
Oh, there we have it first. Barry Pedlin apologising.
I don't mind a bit more. Missed 1 goal, but can't get them all.
Just give us the group of best players then.
Right, we'll go from. There's a lot of best players up there. The ones that didn't get in, the best players, they all put in. Especially Robbie Lancaster. He's very good in the back line now, Robbie. Best players: Damon, Lewis, Carpenter, DeLuca, Salem, Nizer, McLeod, Gentle, Carmody, and Lancaster.
Okay, so some. And Gentle's good because he's a new player, isn't he?
He's starting to fire up. He took some brilliant marks out in the back line there on Saturday. He's very, he's sticking under everybody's guard, but he's going to be alright. He's very wise, but he's about 6'1", 6'2", but he's not a big man, but he takes some big marks. He's going to be alright, I think.
Might shore up the wobbly back line. So give us the votes. 1 vote.
1 vote, I've split them.
Oh, it's a half a vote.
Yeah, Michael Salem and... Where's my little bit of paper?
Michael Salem and
what do I do with
Dean Gentle, no?
No, Michael Salem and...
You just missed out.
Sammy Carpenter.
Okay, 2 votes.
2 votes to Louis and Anthony
3 votes.
3 votes. Damon was 10 goals 4, 10 goals 5 in kick, but outstanding exhibition of full forward marking and kicking from Luke Damon, Damage Damon.
It seemed on the paper or the website, Sporting Pulse, that they gave Luke Damon, he was probably the 5th the best player.
Well, here we go again. What do you got to do to, 10 goals. He took about 11 marks. 11 marks he took. Outstanding. And some of the goals he kicks, he just goes back 1 step, bang, 60 metres.
So how many could he have kicked?
14.
Okay, so you missed a few.
He's a bit like Goosey. When Goosey used to play against Chelsea, he used to average 10. Well, Damon's played 2 games, he's averaged 11 down there. He 12 last year. So they're getting their own back now through our man Luke Damon.
Very good. Well, give us some highlights then.
A lot of highlights, Colin. There was a lot of highlights.
Highlights package.
Package, yeah. First of all, a very, very good, great team effort from the whole side. Hardly any questions at all. Of course, Damon's exhibition, marking and kicking, 10 goals, enough said. Sammy Carpenter, I'll tell you something about this fella. Every time he gets the ball, he got the ball a couple of times in front of me. And he was about 50 yards out. He heard the score on the left-hand side, quicker than I went, bang, 30-yard pass right in the box. He never wastes a kick or a handball, that poor fella. And he's just a treat to watch. Michael Salem, I told you a few weeks ago, Colin, he's going to be... he stepped right up. He is he just floats around the ground. Good players can still look as though they're floating around. He just gets in, weaves in and out. Good to watch too. Because Anthony Lewis' goal in the last quarter was a real captain-inspiring goal, right on the opposite side of his kicking foot, straight for the middle. And plus he played actually 30 possessions already. I meant to tell you that before. 30 possessions.
That's pretty good.
And DeLuca, for his all-round ruck work, ruck roving, handballing, passing the ball, he's a very athletic fella for 6'8". I mean, there's plenty of other highlights too, but that was the main one. But they just, of course, Chappell's after last week's drubbing, he's got to back up and back in business again. So that's Chappell's.
So a bit of a wrap for Chappell.
Well, you got to give him a wrap because they were pathetic last Saturday afternoon, and they got him up and they come out, they all trying to run on the ground. They all just started firing up.
Well, some people might be saying that they're a bit of an honest team. But they do badly against the good teams and they do well against the bad teams.
Well, I told you before we started in the season that they got a lot of new recruits and sometimes they take a fair few weeks to gel together. But now, that Gentle, he's just come up the last couple of weeks, and of course DeLuca, he's only lowered his colours sort of reasonably low to me, which he's the best ruckman in the comp. Otherwise he won't beat all the other side's ruckman. And good around the ground player.
So who are we playing next week?
On beach, down there.
Saturday?
Saturday, and I was
2:15.
talking to Stephen Harrison too during the game. He reckons if we miss this game next week, the following week there's a bye for the interleague game, so he'll be back. He reckons he went to run on last Friday afternoon, so he's another big bonus. But they're looking pretty good, Chelsea.
And Bomb Beach won last week against Lang Warren.
Oh, the seconds and thirds got beat too.
Oh,
the thirds got beaten by Mornington, who have been the undefeated premiers last year, and they only got beaten by 10 points. They led all day, Chelsea, and they got beaten the last 5 seconds.
So it should be an interesting game next week, and we encourage you to be there.
What about Karingal getting beaten by Seaford by 6 goals?
What's going on there? Crazy
Seaford
stuff.
got beaten by some the lower side the week before, didn't they?
Yeah.
Karingal just got beaten by YCW 3 weeks ago.
Well, it should be interesting. Maybe Karingal's not as good as they used to be.
Well, they haven't got Lane. Brendan Lane's not playing. He's 10 goals.
Key factor.
Yeah.
Now let's have a little talk about the AFL. Richmond,
the Mighty Toes. I predicted last week they win by 5 goals, and they won by 6 goals.
So who'd they play?
Played Sydney, and I know they didn't have...
Sydney?
They didn't have Adam Goods, which is probably 6 goals less to play against, but they never looked in doubt on Saturday. I watched the last half, and that Grimes, and what's his name, Morris, which I told you weeks ago about him.
Backline.
Rance is getting close to be one of the best fullbacks in the comp now.
Delilio kicked a good goal. I saw that in the highlight.
Of course, Grant touching that ordinary day, had about 30 possessions, got best on the ground. They're just an all-round side.
Dustin Martin, he was good early. Ooh.
And Merrick got best again.
He's almost like he's the top 3 ruckman in the comp.
He is. I said that last week. He's number 20. He gets up and he's a very good, bit like DeLuca and Chelsea. He's a good all-round player. He handballs out and they're going. Rewell's back in business, and of course they're playing Essendon Saturday night. There'll be 90,000 there next Saturday night.
They'll be live on the telly too.
The Aboriginal game, they call it. Yeah, live. I reckon it'll be live. But if they beat Essendon next week, well, I've got to give them a fair chance.
Essendon looking good.
Well, they're the favourites of flag at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
West Coast was favourite last week, but now, they're I'll be watching that game next Saturday night.
Well, you have your eyes fixed on the screen.
After I come home, after watching Chelsea beat Bond Beach by about
Busy
10.
day. Busy day Saturday.
I booked that seat over there on that little lounge room there, and should be very good. And now I'm quite happy with Richmond at the moment.
Yeah.
If they win next week, they'll make the 8, I reckon.
So some good signs for Richmond, good signs for Chelsea.
Good signs all round for my 2 sides.
Very good. Well, your encouragement for this Saturday for people to
get over the ground, support your local team, and they might. I don't think there'll be too many changes next week. The only one Oh no, there was no change of it. They'll run up and destroy Bond Beach. Shane McDonald, the only fellow you got to worry about over there next week. He always plays well against Chelsea.
We'll see how we go. Alright, well that's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from me, and see you next week.
It didn't drop under. It's amazing, and I'll just say fucking 2 things here. Intensity and hardness at the footy. Alright? Preparedness to work for each other. Chase down. Doesn't matter what opposition you're playing. If we go out with that intensity, boys, if we go out with that intensity, we'll mix it with anyone, won't we? Yeah. Okay? So never go back there. Never go back there. That includes this half of footage. Alright? It's amazing. Last week, we come in at half time. I'm fucking spitting everywhere. I'm carrying on. We do the work now. We come in, we're fucking happy. Well, don't be happy. Take yourself back 7 days. Why see let up on us? Fucking you're letting up on them. Why think you're letting up on it personally? Because a few of you playing fantastic games of footy. Turn them into great games. And you build from that, don't you? Okay? So don't get comfortable where you sit, ever. Because a week ago, right now, I was carrying on like a fucking set-man lawnmower, wouldn't I? Alright? So fuck, mate. They come out after half time when the pressure went up again. They valved it up because they knew, okay, that we were going to come out and have a fair dinkum crack. You know yourself, it's pretty hard after a half like that to come out and make an impact, isn't it? We tried for 5 minutes, the resistance is great. Let's break down the damn wall. Let's set the standard in this next fucking quarter, okay? Go up again. Go up again, okay? Don't take your foot off the pedal. Get a bit of fucking killer instinct in it. There's blood in the water, we've got to sniff it, okay, and run with it. As simple as that. Because I tell you now, they've been beaten by 100 points this year. They've won 2 games, but they've been beaten by 100 points. I wonder if we go hard for the next 10 minutes and set the standard of where the game's going to be at in this first quarter, and we're a chance to go again. Set a fucking, hey, and it's a statement as well, isn't it? It's a statement as well to the man of license and that who are sitting there with their fucking backs up their arse. It's a statement as well to every other fucking club in this competition that said, BANG! Chelsea kept going. Chelsea were fucking relentless. Gee, they must have been fucking dirty the way they went against White. So they've made a statement today. Okay? They no cheap fucking shit, scrubby goals because we've got forward to the footy. No thinking me. Just keep that tackle count coming. Don't drop underneath. See if we can get into double figures. 20. Not double figures, into 20. See if we can do that. Okay? Don't be down number 8. Spread on you. Okay? You work your ass off. I know that. Mate, call someone over. Okay? Someone's helpful running next to their man. Grab him! Okay? Fucking that's why I reckon we dropped those 2 tackles. Besides that, it's good slicker. Mate, that's listening when you go.
Brilliant!
That's what we want. No good sleep your head. That's all that is, okay? You know what you want to do, and we'll top down. As long as it's not up top. We concentrate hard, okay, so now we finish. There we go. Come on. Running under the deck. Okay, so every time he goes into his mates and goes, I'm going to stop running that cunt. Next time someone else gets the job, they're going to start it straight away, they're going to make it negative. Okay? Finish a good game.
Go big, have a go.
Righto. We do everything right forward, stay in front. Next in line is the same thing. Next in line means just that, doesn't it? Next in line gets it. I'm telling you boys, the one where we're moving it on straight away, it's opening the game up. We look at different sides. We look at different sides. We're spreading hard, okay? And there's only going to do that more often. So that means that's harder. Okay? One thing I don't want to do is bomb that fucking thing when they're dropping 3 back on Ricky. If we lower our eyes, Chrissy gets on the end of a couple, don't see fucks a couple. We lower our eyes to there. So if they're going to drop 3 back on Murphy, well, he can have his medicine back there with 3. So what? We'll kick the same amount of goals and other guys will get on the sheet. You got it?
Come on.
Okay, so be smart. Be smart. Righto. Get an opportunity down back. There's nothing on short. Long kicks. Long kicks. What you've got now is a side that's under the puck. It's a side that's looking for the finish line. Put every fucking defender there under the pump.
Come on,
Long
put on there,
kick,
Craig.
get around front,
Good
centre,
finish off now.
tackle can up again, okay, and we'll run into open goals.
Yeah,
We'll
well,
run into open goals. One thing I don't want to do is see anyone, we kicked 3 of the cups last week, I don't want to see any goals get treated with just that. Get over, keep that bubble going, and as I said, a 4-quarter effort, a 4-quarter effort at the end of the game means there's a bit of bubble and we're fucking fine.